Everyone, this is the longest season in the history of Sullivan Central football. For the first time ever, the Cougars tonight played a second-round game in the TSSAA playoffs, and for the second straight week, Central was at home tonight facing the Knox Powell Panthers. Powell gets on the scoreboard first in this one. Senior running back Chris Robbins practically falls backwards into the end zone from 2 yards out, 7-0 Panthers. Powell kept just hammering Robbins right at the Central defense in the second quarter. This long rumble sets up the Panthers deep in Cougar territory. Powell quarterback Matt Lowe will roll out of the pocket to the right, and he will find a wide-open Josh Lewis on the touchdown pass, and it's 14-0 in favor of the team from Knoxville. Central coach John Thomas is getting pretty upset at this point, but he likes this play. Quarterback Brad Searcy back to throw. On third down, he finds a wide-open Ryan Wilson right down the middle. Wilson fumbles, but an alert Charlie Garrett is there to fall on the football for Sullivan Central. Then coming right into your living room, Searcy, the swan dive into the end zone for the touchdown. Cougars on the board, down 14-7, but just before halftime, Powell threatening again. Lowe zips a pass into senior wide receiver Jeremy Hayes. A 7-yard TD strike. That made it 21-7 at the half, and that was your final. The Powell Panthers winning the Battle of Cats tonight. Still, it was a great year for Central, which ends at 8-4. Bob?
The Cherokee Chiefs are now officially the Cardiac Pigs. There are signs all over Rogers Field professing it, even a great-looking sweatshirt proclaiming it. Shelbyville was in the house at the Big Red Valley. Let's pick up the action in the third quarter. Score tied at 7. And how about that Cherokee D? Darrell Fain sacks Eagle quarterback Devon Cleveland. You know the Chiefs are a dangerous second-half team. Waylon Green hit a wide-open Jim Pike in the corner of the end zone. The Chiefs took the lead 14-7. Here's the play of the game. On Shelbyville's next possession, Cleveland tries to pitch to Corey Ewing, but it's picked off in midair by Chad Dalton, and he returns it to the Eagle 12-yard line. The momentum was all Cherokee after that. Craig Liberty powered his way up the middle 6 yards, 10 carries, 86 yards, 21-7. The D would not allow Shelby Galbraith with the interception. The Chiefs win 21-7 to advance to the final 8 in Class 4A. We have a soundbite from Coach. If we can just keep rolling that tape.
Good fumble set up there, kind of broke it open, and very happy for him, very proud.
What was the key to the win tonight?
Well, just the strong determination the first half, you know, and staying with them. And this right here, the second half, I guess.
The Chiefs set a school record for wins with 10. It's the farthest they've ever been in the playoffs. Cherokee will host Knox Powell next Friday night in Rogersville. Continuing in Class 4A, the Green Devils from Greenville played host to the Mavericks from Anderson County in a battle of 7 and 4 teams. It was a packed house at Burley Stadium and a former scholar athlete in that rowdy bunch. On the Mavs' first possession, they also run the ball out of that run and shoot. Davey Gillum went 26 yards right up the middle, virtually untouched for the touchdown. 7-0 Anderson County. Quarterback Jamie Chadwell can really handle the ball. He spreads the defense and calls his own number, 6 yards for the touchdown. It's 14-0 on to the second quarter. Chadwell again, this time taking it up the middle on the quarterback draw to the Greenville 10. And that set up Chadwell again. He scrambles, takes it to his left, and stretches into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 20-0 on the final scoreboard. Greenville did mount a furious second-half comeback, but fell just short. Anderson County wins it 29-20. Elsewhere, it was Cleveland, the number 1 team in the state, defeating Elizabethton 49-21. Congratulations to the Cyclones, though, on a fine season. Dobbins-Bennett also traveled to the number 1 team in the state in the Class 5A playoffs and came away on the short end of a 28-0 Murfreesboro-Riverdale win. The Indians also a fine season. Not many people expected them to make it that far, but Science Hill is still alive. The Toppers beat Chattanooga Red Bank tonight 30-20. Science Hill will travel to Murfreesboro-Riverdale next Friday night. Mark?
The VHSL playoffs began tonight. The Gate City Blue Devils, perennially in the playoffs, hosted the Tazewell Bulldogs at Legion Field in Group AA Division III Region 4 semifinal play. Gate City beat Tazewell during the regular season in the same stadium. Tazewell comes on the board first, however. Conwani Patterson on a 78-yard touchdown jaunt. And the Bulldogs are on top of this one 6-0 before the Gate City fans can settle in their seats. Now in the second quarter, Tazewell again with the ball, and Curtis Johnson will take the handoff, and he will plunge into the end zone from 1 yard away. what's going on here. It's 12-0 Bulldogs at halftime. The tide would turn in the third quarter when Benny Wolf and the Gate City defense pound Tazewell. Quarterback Jason Snap on the crunching sack. That helped the offense get fired up. Quarterback Jason Shoemaker, the sophomore, scrambling to the right side, and he will find Matt Claiborne in the end zone for a touchdown. Blue Devils on the diving catch. Excellent play in the back of the end zone. It's now 12-7. Now the fourth quarter. A quick drop and throw by Shoemaker. He will complete this pass to Matt McClelland, and the catch and run will cover 55 yards for another Gate City touchdown. The Devils go up in this one 13-12, and the fans will be happy tonight on the final scoreboard. Gate City advancing to the Region 1 Finals next week, 13-12, and come from behind fashion over Tazewell. Only one other VHSL playoff game tonight involving a Southwest Virginia team, Blacksburg bombing Grundy with a final count of 41-6. Most teams playing playoff games tomorrow. Moving now to basketball, the Indiana Pacers were the surprise team of last year's...
A little over 10 minutes away from kickoff here at Legion Stadium. The winner here will advance to face the winner of Graham and Virginia High. Should it be Graham, then tonight's winner will go on the road to Bluefield. Should it be Virginia High, then tonight's winner will be at home hosting the Bearcats 1 week from tonight or 1 week from tomorrow. Well, Larry, the Gate City Blue Devils improved quite a bit throughout the season. They hit a snag there in the middle of the year when they lost a couple of games. What are going to be some of the keys against this Tazewell Bulldog team tonight, a team which they have a history of playing in tight contests with?
Well, the biggest key for Gate City defensively is to stop Patterson. Conwati Patterson, I talked to the assistant coaches yesterday. They say that they line him up in about 5 different positions, anywhere from tight end to tailback. And he's involved in about 80% of their plays. So if you got one man that's involved in 80% of the plays other than the quarterback, then the whole offense is geared around him. But they also have some good running backs. They have some running backs in Martin and another one of the young men that's a good running back also. The starting fullback that started against us down here in the regular season game is not playing. He's out, so that's a little bit of a change for them. And he was a good-looking running back. But Gate City has still got to do some things that they haven't been able to do since mid-season on, and that's to score some points, BJ. We've got to put some points on the board tonight against Tazewell because I believe Tazewell is a much better team now than they were when we played them mid-season.
And one of the reasons for that is the emergence of Conwati Patterson at a running back. You may remember he played quarterback against Gate City, and that was the final game of the year at that position for him. He suffered a broken thumb against the Blue Devils near the end of the game. The next week they thought his season was over, but they shifted him to running back, put a big cast on that thumb, and he responded in a big way. He rushed for over 500 yards this season, and he has really energized the Bulldog offense after moving from quarterback to running back. The new quarterback for Tazewell is Jason Snap.
Please stand.
And now we'll have the invocation on the part of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes at Gate City High School.
Lord Jesus, I pray that you would watch over each of the players, the coaches, and the fans here tonight. Help us to stay focused and to have good sportsmanship with one another. Keep us safe from harm as we travel home tonight. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Would you remain standing as the Gate City High School Big Blue Band honors America by playing our national anthem.
Spangled Banner as performed by the Gate City High School Band of Big Blue. We're moments away from kickoff here at Legion Field. It's the 1994 Region 4 Division 3 playoffs, Gate City and Tazewell. The Blue Devils will be taking the field momentarily. While we have a chance, we would like to thank our sponsors for helping us out in the playoff season, including in the sponsors for the playoffs are State Line Graphics, offering you the best service for your printing needs, located in Weber City. Also brought to you by King Ford and Gate City, where now's a great time to check out their low prices on quality Ford vehicles. By Roberts Tire and Recapping. Fall is a great time for new tires from Roberts, like Firestone and Michelin. By Magnolia Place. Come by and see their great selection of Christmas gifts on East Jackson Street in Gate City. By Weber City Drug Center. Great prescription service, also your UPS and fax headquarters for the holiday season. By Nations Bank, with an ATM at the Weber City office and great deals on private lines of credit throughout Scott County. Big Blue Football, the playoffs 1994, is also brought to you by Doc Whitley Nationwide Insurance, by the Campus Drive-In, and by Willis Pharmacy. Again, thanks to all the sponsors who are helping bring us Blue Devil Football, the playoffs in 1994, here on STE Cablevision Channel 30. As to our right, wearing the home blue jerseys and blue helmets and gray pants, charging through the paper barrier at the end of the tunnel, here come the Gate City Blue Devils. They've arrived at midfield. Leading the way for Gate City is number 23 for the Blue Devils, and that is Bo Hartsock. And as the Devils have arrived amid smoke and grandeur here at Legion Field, the Tazewell Bulldogs will be making their way momentarily. Now let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups with Larry Shelton.
For the Tazewell Bulldogs, it's split in. Matt Hildreth, 5'10", 155-pound senior. At left tackle, Mike Lambert, 5'10", 200-pound junior. At left guard, Graham McPherson, 6 feet, 195 senior. The center, Danny Sparks, 5'10", 270-pound junior. The right guard, Kevin Brooks, 6'1", 180-pound junior. The right tackle, J.R. Van Dyke, 6 feet, 215-pound junior. The tight end, Matt Whitaker, 6'1", 175-pound senior. The quarterback, Jason Snap, 5'8", 140-pound junior. The fullback, Jason Cummings, 5'10", 165-pound senior. The tailback, Conwani Patterson, 6'1", 170-pound senior. And the wingback, James Martin, 6'1", 175-pound senior. For the Gate City Blue Devils on offense, at split end, Matt McClelland, 6'1", 170 senior. At left tackle, J.C. Oates, 6'3", 235-pound junior. At left guard, Matt Johnson, 6 feet, 207-pound senior. The center, Jason Kilgore, 5'11", 270-pound junior. The right guard, Chad Beasley, 6'4", 200-pound sophomore. At right tackle, Sean Becker, 6 feet, 200-pound senior. The tight end, Wes Ford, 6 feet, 170-pound senior. The quarterback tonight, Josh Shoemaker, 6'3", 180-pound sophomore. The left halfback, Matt Clayball, 5'9", 150-pound senior. The right halfback, Hank Clayball, 5'9", 150-pound senior. And the fullback is Kevin Gibson, 5'9", 170-pound senior.
Those are the starting lineups that'll take the field for each team. Gate City head coach Nick Colibro, formerly coached at Tazewell. In fact, he came here when Harry Fry retired from the Bulldogs. And leading the way for Tazewell is Dave Litz. He replaced Colibro at Tazewell after Nick had left to take the Gate City job. Two old friends and old rivals squaring off here at Legion Field. Seeing Tazewell and Gate City meet in the playoffs is nothing new. Over the past 2 years, before this year, Gate City and Tazewell had met in the playoffs after previously meeting in the regular season. 2 years ago, Tazewell won in the regular season, and then the Blue Devils wrapped up the Region 4 crown at Tazewell. Last year, Gate City won both the regular season game and the first round Region 4 game. And you may remember that exciting contest when Tazewell finished the game at the Gate City 1-yard line. And of course, the early game this year in the regular season, the Blue Devils winning 6-0, thanks to the interception by Jake Housewright at the late part of the game. Tazewell has won the opening kickoff, and they will receive. They'll be going from right to left. Tazewell out of the Southwest District. Gate City, the champions of the Highlands District. It doesn't get any better than this in the first round of the Region 4 playoffs.
It's going to be a good game, PJ. Tazewell, I believe, like we said, is real improved. I hope these Blue Devils are up for this game. You've got to play at a level above where you played all year long once you get to the playoffs. And the coaching staff thought yesterday that the Blue Devils are ready to play, and hopefully we'll see that tonight as they hit the field here.
You coined a nice term 2 weeks ago at Abingdon when you said this will begin the second season, and really what happened in the regular season is past now, and it's all looking ahead from here on out.
Yeah, it's the start of a new season. It's a 4-game season now, but the only thing about that is you've got to win to get through to game 4. You've got to win week in and week out. So it's not new to these guys. It's tradition at Gate City that you're in the playoffs, and it's been, I believe, maybe 10 years in a row, or 10 out of the last 11 years that Coach Colorado's been here, or 11 out of the past 12 maybe since he's been here. So it's a tradition for Gate City, PJ, and we hope these young men continue and advance as far as some of the other things are.
This class of seniors for Gate City has been to the playoffs in each of their 4 seasons. And here is McClelland booting it off from the 40, and it's playoff time in Gate City. It's a deep kickoff, taken at about the 3-yard line. Middle of the field, 10, 15, breaks a tackle up near the 20-yard line, and that is where the return man is stopped at the 23-yard line. It was returned. Let's see who by. Number 31, Sean Anderson. And gains all the way up to the 23, maybe the 24. And that's where Tazewell has the football. 1st and 10, as we've just begun here from Legion Field in the first round of the Region 4 Division 3 playoffs.
Looks like Chris Green was one of the tacklers in on that for the Blue Devils that time.
Quarterback is Jason Snap, a junior for Tazewell, and he has a T formation behind him. Quick give up to the fullback, starts up the middle, goes left, has about 3, maybe 4 yards. And the Blue Devils gang tackle near the 27-yard line. Running the football was James Martin. He gaining 310 yards during the regular season.
Joel Stacy, Benny Wolf in on the tackle for the Blue Devils.
Gain of 4 yards.
Gain of 4 yards. It's 2nd and 6 for Tazewell. The ball is resting at about the 27-yard line of the Bulldogs. This time it's an I formation. Wideouts to the top and to the bottom for Snap. He's going to pitch it out, going to the right side. Here is the running back, breaks a tackle, but Gate City collapses quickly after a gain of about 1. Conwani Patterson, the tailback, moves the football near the 30-yard line, and he will be about 3 yards short of the first down marker.
Larry Jackson, one of the tacklers that time, along with Beasley, Houseright on that side, and Lindsey Fisher.
Gain of 3 for Patterson. 3rd down and 3 at the Tazewell 30-yard line. They need to get to the 33 and a half. They break the huddle in a T formation, double tight end set. Snap looks left, now looks right. He's under center. The Blue Devils show blitz. He's going to give to the halfback. Patterson coming this side. He's hit in the backfield and is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Matt Johnson, Hank Claybaugh, Matt Claybaugh, and Lindsey Fisher all pursue well and stop Conwani Patterson for a gain of nothing. It's 4th and 3.
Good game tackling that time by the Blue Devils. They swarmed to the football. Coaching staff told me yesterday that Tazewell was a more power running team than they are an outside running team, but that time they tried to go outside and the Blue Devils shut them down.
Patterson wearing a cast on his right thumb will punt it away. It's a low line drive, bounces at the 43, bounces, rolls back in Gate City territory, and Matt Claybaugh will let it roll out of bounds on the far side. It's touched and will be out of bounds at the 31 of Gate City, and the Blue Devil defense does the job. They hold 3 downs and out for the Bulldogs of Tazewell. It is 1st and 10 Gate City at the Blue Devil 31.
Blue Devils have gone back to the formation and to the starting lineup that we had early on when we were playing well with both play balls in the backfield.
It's a T formation with the right halfback set out as a wingback on this side. Shoemaker, the sophomore, is under center. They're going to run a misdirection play. Hank Clayball's hit in the backfield and dropped for maybe a yard loss. Tazewell read it well. There to make the tackle, number 71, Mike Lambert, among others.
Yeah, I believe Graham McPherson was also in from his linebacker spot to make the tackle.
Loss of 1 for the senior Hank Claybaugh. Hank having gained 360 yards on the ground in the regular season. 2nd and 11 Blue Devils from the Gate City 30-yard line. No score, 9-11 left in the first quarter. Single setback, quick pitch to Gibson coming around the end. He's up to the 35, gain of 6, and he's down at the 36. Kevin Gibson with a nice lead block by Matt Clayball and also J.C. Oakes, as well as number 59, Sean Becker, gains about 6-7 yards, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for Gate City at the 36.
Jason Cummings, the first man to hit on the tackle that time for Tazewell.
At the 36 of the Blue Devils, Gate City with the football on the near hash mark. The grass has browned as we are in late fall. It's a barren area in the middle of the playing field. Again, single setback, wing back to the side, wide out to the top. Quick pitch going to the left, and Gibson is hitting the backfield, and they stop him cold for a gain of a loss of about 3 yards. Among the first players there was number 31, and that's Sean Anderson.
Yeah, good defense on the right-hand side of Tazewell's defensive line. They broke the interference down, and the other man came through in the backfield to make the tackle.
Loss of 3. It's 4th and 8, and McBryant back to punt. Sean Anderson is back deep to receive, and it's a beautiful kick by McBryant. Hangs up in the air, and Patterson calls fair catch at the 34 of Tazewell. And that's where the Bulldogs will have it. 1st and 10 to go, driving from right to left with 7 minutes and 54 seconds left in the first quarter. No score.
You know, this game so far, PJ's taken on the tendencies of the first time we played. A lot of three runs and out on this thing, 3 runs and punt. And the Blue Devils did it, Tazewell did it the first time, so this could turn into be a defensive struggle like before.
Turnovers were the key in that first game. We'll see how they affect the outcome of this one. It is a power I formation. Patterson is the tailback. Snap on a delay handoff, gives to Patterson, coming this side, is hit in the backfield, breaks a tackle, turns back up the middle, fumbles the football. It's on the ground, and I think Gate City has it. Patterson started left, turned right, got hit, lost the football, and it's recovered by 73, Joel Stacy of Gate City.
And I think Brian Burke may have been the man that caused the fumble. He grabbed a hold of Patterson's jersey and spun him around, and I believe that's when Patterson lost the football.
It was a gain of 5 for Patterson, but he didn't hold on to the football to complete the down. 1st and 10 Gate City, and turnovers, they could affect the outcome early. Gate City has registered number 1. It's a T formation with the right halfback set out as a wingback. That's Matt Clayball. Gibson is the fullback, and Shoemaker going to roll out. He's pressured, swings the pass out, caught by Hank Clayball, far side, and he stumbles out of bounds after gaining a 1st down near the 30-yard line.
Driven out of bounds for Sean Anderson that time, along with Jason Snap.
And it is enough for a 1st down. The first pass attempt, and it's a complete pass for Shoemaker as it goes to Hank Clayball. A gain of 10 yards. 1st and 10 on the Tazewell. Let's see where they spot it. Just past the 30. We'll say 29. Blue Devils driving from left to right. Clock count says stopped at 7:22. Here's a quick give to the fullback. Starts up the middle, tries the right side then, and powers his way up for a gain of about 3 yards. Kevin Gibson picking up 3 at 2nd and 7.
Gibson spun off the first tackler, and Brian Phillips had to come up and make the tackle for Tazewell.
2nd and 7 as the ball is at about the 26-yard line of Tazewell. 6-0 was the first score between these two teams back in the regular season in Week 5, and Gate City trying to collect the first points of this one. It's a T formation with the left halfback set out to the left side. Here's Shoemaker, play action fake. He scrambles, he's in trouble, he's going to turn it up, keep it, 25, 20, and he's hit and down at the 18-yard line. Shoemaker scrambling after he was pressured, and he is close to the 1st down, perhaps a yard short. Gain of 6 on the scramble for Josh Shoemaker.
James Martin made the tackle from his safety position on Shoemaker. Good job that time to scramble. Tazewell smelled pass and came with a blitz, and Shoemaker was lucky to get out of the backfield.
3rd and 1 from the 20-yard line. Gate City must get past the 19 to move the chains. The clock is moving, 6:09 and counting here in the first quarter. Gate City comes to the line, and Shoemaker sets down the troops, and he looks backwards and he calls one of his players to jump. Somebody a little anxious on the line. Shoemaker came under center, then turned around as if to communicate with the fullback Gibson, and the right side of the offensive line moved for a penalty of 5 yards.
Yeah, I believe Shoemaker may have been trying to call an audible there. I kind of thought he might go with the quarterback sneak, but it looked like he had called an audible to go with a dive play to the fullback, and the tackle on the right side thought it was a snap count and moved, PJ.
3rd and 6 from the 25 of Tazewell. The ball is resting on the near hash mark. That's on closest to the press box side of Legion Field. The Gate City fans across the way. A good contingent of fans on hand tonight. Gate City again spreading out the T formation. Shoemaker barks the signal, barks it again, and he's going to give on a misdirection play, and Tazewell smelled it all the way. He originally handed to the left halfback, who in turn handed to the right halfback, and the right halfback, that was Matt Claybaugh, is tackled after no gain.
Sean Anderson made the tackle from his linebacker route outside the linebacker spot that time.
So that penalty costly in terms of field position. It is 4th and 6 Gate City. The ball is at the 25 of Tazewell, and the Blue Devils appear as if they are going to go for it. McClelland is in the game, but he is as a wideout. The Blue Devils go for it. 4th and 6 on the Bulldog 25-yard line. 4:59 and counting down the first quarter. Shoemaker with back side by side. Will roll right back to pass. Looking, he's pressured, fires to the end zone. Man catches it, no, drops it in the end zone. On his hands momentarily, and then dropped. In the end zone, beating Conwani Patterson was number 2, Matt Claybaugh. He had to leap for the pass. He had it on his fingertips momentarily, and then dropped it.
And really, Patterson had pretty good position. He just mistimed his jump, and I believe that was what affected Claybaugh. He lost sight of the football for a minute, hit off his hands, and goes incomplete.
Gate City fails to convert on the turnover, and the Bulldogs have it 1st and 10 at the 25. And here is the quarterback snap on a misdirection play, gives to the running back, and that's number 43, Curtis Johnson, seeing his first action tonight. And Johnson barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, trying the right side.
Joey McBride up from his safety position that time to make the tackle for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils playing their defensive backs up pretty close to the line of scrimmage here, playing run all the way, PJ.
Snap did not play a lot of time at quarterback throughout his career, and really he didn't see any time this season until Patterson went down, yet he has 3 touchdown passes in the final 5 games. And he's under center with a T formation behind him. He's going to fake the handoff, looks downfield, the pass, fires, got a man open, but it's well over his head, incomplete. Intended for number 82, Matt Heldreth. He was open at the 50, but the ball went out of bounds at about the 40. But actually pretty good coverage by Gate City. Heldreth was double teamed.
It was pretty good coverage, and you know, Snap's not a real big young man to be a quarterback, only 5'8". And it might be a little hard to see over those defensive linemen's heads when they've got their hands ready.
4:09 is where the clock has stopped here in the first quarter. Gate City and Tazewell, no score. The ball is at the 25, and Snap comes out with a backs in the eye. Wideouts to the top and to the bottom. And Snap is going to roll right back. He's pressured. It's a screen pass. They set it up to Patterson. Takes it to the 20, 25, 30. On his feet, going to the far side. 40. Breaks a tackle. 45, 50. It's a foot race. 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, 10, 15. Touchdown, Tazewell. Conwani Patterson takes the screen pass and rumbles all the way from the 25-yard line. A 75-yard catch and run for Con Patterson, and Tazewell's on top 6-0.
A well-executed play. Tazewell's offensive line let our defensive line filter through, and then left the screen pass wide open with only one man on the right side to defend it here.
Perhaps the best move of the season for Tazewell in this regard was moving Patterson to a running back, where he has proven quite deadly, and he has drawn first blood on Gate City. Here's the PAT key kick, and it comes in. Did it go through? No. It might have been blocked, and it wobbled off to the right side.
I believe Benny Wolf may have been the man that got the hand on the football. That's a big turn of events. The Blue Devils take a turnover deep in Tazewell's territory and fail to take advantage of it, and then stop Tazewell on the 2 running plays, and they throw a screen pass, and it goes for a touchdown. So it's almost a 14-point swing.
So the Devils trail 6-0 early on in the first quarter. 3 minutes and 52 seconds remain on the clock here at Legion Field. Gate City, again for the second year in a row, hosting a home playoff game against Tazewell in the first round. The winner tonight will advance to the Region 4 Finals. And you can bet Tazewell was stinging after that early loss to Gate City. In fact, the Bulldogs only lost 3 games all year. They lost to Gate City, to Graham, and also to Richland.
And that's 3 pretty good teams, PJ. All 3 of those teams they lost to are in the playoffs also.
Gate City, on the other hand, 6-4, but looking at their opponents, their 4 losses came to teams with a combined 36-6 record, including one 10-0 team in Lebanon. And here are the Bulldogs getting ready to kick off, and doing the booting chores is 64, Brian Phillips, and it's a line drive kick taken by an up back at the 25, 30, up to the 35, still on his feet, 36, and Kevin Gibson is down near the 40-yard line. Gibson taking it about the 25 and returns it close to 15 yards, and Gate City will have it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
John Mabry, the tackler for the Bulldogs that time.
3:42 left in the first quarter, and it's 1st and 10 Gate City with the ball closest to the press box side of Legion Field. Back side by side as the right halfback is out to this side as a wingback. McClelland is a wide out to the top. Here's Shoemaker on a long count, tried to quick pass. He's in trouble now, scrambling to this side, and he is going to be sacked. Got back to the line of scrimmage, I believe, but he was tackled from behind by number 81, John Mabry, as the Tazewell Bulldogs covered very nicely on the intended quick pass.
And Mabry also had help from Brian Phillips, number 64, from his left defensive end position that time. Looked like the ends were pinching that time, PJ, and expecting pass all the way.
No gain, and maybe a half yard, but it'll be 2nd and 10, we'll call it. Gate City at the 40-yard line. The ball's on the near hash mark, and Shoemaker's under center, and he's going to give quickly to the halfback up the middle. It's Hank Clayball, and he's got about 5, maybe 6 yards. Clayball has the ball near the 45-yard line.
Tackle made by Charlie Burton, number 56 for Tazewell, from his right inside linebacker position.
3rd and about 4.5 for Gate City. Tazewell breaking the huddle. Really, they are pretty big on defense. They also combine some good quickness, and of course, with Patterson back there, he has deadly speed to make several tackles with, and Gate City has back set side by side. Quick get to Clayball, and Tazewell read it well. They tried to go along the left side, and there to make the tackle again was number 81, John Mabry, and also number 71, Mike Lambert, a 5'10", 200-pound junior.
Well, I believe Tazewell smelled that we might run over our best running back. Our best blocker in the line that time, and Johnson, and they double-teamed Johnson, so our running back didn't have a chance.
Here's McBryant back to punt. Tazewell lays off. McBryant with another good kick, spiraling in the air. Patterson waits for fair catch, and he takes it down on a knee at about the 20-yard line of the Bulldogs, and that's where the Bulldogs of head coach Dave Litz will have the football. 1st and 10 with 1 minute, 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Tazewell leading Gate City 6-0.
You know, PJ, in one of these games, it's always advantageous to the team that gets on the board first. The Blue Devils had a chance and didn't take advantage of it, and we got to see now if maybe Tazewell can turn it over and we'll get another opportunity to tie this thing up.
Strange things could be developing tonight. A full moon gracing us here at Legion Field. As the quarterback snap gives to Patterson, coming along the left side, breaks one tackle but not another, as he's up for a gain of about 4 yards. Tackled by, let's see, as they unstack it, looks like number 57 for Gate City, Brian Burke.
Yeah, I believe that's who made the tackle. Tazewell really looks sharp, CJ. Their offensive line's coming off the ball in a precise fashion and seem to be moving. Of course, after scoring, you know, you're going to play probably a little tougher after getting on the scoreboard first. Gives you a little momentum.
Conwani Patterson at 148 yards a week ago against Blacksburg, and he's really starting to come on. He's the tailback in the formation. Run a misdirection. Here's Johnson breaking through the Gate City line on the right side for a 1st down, and he's tackled at the 36-yard line. It was a misdirection. The line started to the left. Curtis Johnson came back to the right, and he has enough for the 1st down.
And Jake Houseright made the tackle that time for the Blue Devils. After Houseright came on, they Matt Clayball, and then it was an open field for the running back that time.
The ball is resting at the 31-yard line, a gain of 7 for Johnson. It's 1st and 10 Tazewell at the Bulldog 31. Backs are in the eye. Wide outs to each side. A quarterback snap. He's under center. Fakes the pitch, and Gate City reads the handoff well. It was a fake pitch to the tailback and a gift to the fullback, and number 34, Jason Cummins, is dropped for maybe a yard loss.
And Matt Johnson and Lindsey Fisher, the two men that smelled that play out.
That makes it 2nd.
1st and 10 from the Tazewell 37-yard line.
It must have been a fumble on the play, and you know, we didn't see it. It was a very closed-in play, and Gate City has the football. So the fumble goes to the Blue Devils, 1st and 10, and we talked about that full moon playing tricks here at Legion Field. The Blue Devils with the football at the 37. Here's the give to Gibson, and he's hit head-on in the backfield and dropped for a 2-yard loss. There to make the tackle was Danny Sparks, and that may well be the final play of the first quarter. A loss of 3 yards for Gibson, and that will wrap up period 1 from Legion Field. Tazewell jumps on top 6-0 over Gate City as we have wrapped up 1 complete quarter of play in the opening round of the Region 4 Division 3 playoffs from Legion Field. While we have a moment, we'd like to thank our sponsors for the playoffs this year. Big Blue Football Playoff Style is brought to you by King Ford and Gate City, where you'll find the best prices on new models. By Roberts Tire Recapping, where fall is a great time for new tires from Roberts, like Firestone and Michelin. By Magnolia Place, come by and see their great display of Christmas gifts, located on Jackson Street in Gate City. By Weber City Drug Center, with great prescription service, also featuring UPS and fax service for your holiday shipping needs. By Nations Bank, with an ATM at the Weber City office and great deals on private lines of credit throughout Scott County. And by State Line Graphics, offering the best service for your printing needs, located in Weber City. Big Blue Football Playoff Style is also brought to you by Doc Whitley Nationwide Insurance, by the Campus Drive-In, and by Willis Pharmacy. Again, thank you to all our sponsors who help us bring you Big Blue Football in the 1994 playoffs.
BJ, so far in this first quarter, I believe Tazewell's defensive line has gotten the best of our offensive line. They've got a little bit more size than we have up front, and we've not been able to control their defensive line, and therefore haven't been able to run the football very well.
Again, recapping the story of the game, touchdown, a 75-yard catch and run by Colin Patterson. Tazewell has coughed up the football twice, and Gate City trying to take advantage of the second one. It's 2nd down and 13. Shoemaker with a passing formation, rolls back. He's pressured, now steps up in the pocket, fires, got a man open. Was it caught? No. The pass was underthrown, and it skipped into the hands of Matt Claybaugh. It would have been a 1st down, but Claybaugh couldn't catch it as it was thrown in front of him.
And Tazewell did a great job. They came with pressure from their defensive ends on Shoemaker and dropped their linebackers back in pass coverage. Really dropped their linebackers deeper than the 10 yards that we needed for a 1st down, but more or less preventing from a touchdown instead of the 1st down.
Gate City breaks the huddle. The Blue Devils looking at the Bulldogs wearing their white jerseys and gold pants, and Gate City sends the fullback in motion. That's Gibson. Shoemaker all alone in the backfield, and he's going to turn, and he's hit. There was no blocking, and he dropped at the 37, actually the 43-yard line, and he went nowhere. There was no blocking in the backfield, and Tazewell shoot it through, and it was a sack at the 43-yard line. 4th down and punting time for Gate City.
Yeah, John Mabry was one of the tacklers that time for Tazewell.
4th and 15. The ball is at the 42-yard line. McBryant stands at the 45 of Gate City. Number 31, Sean Anderson, is deep for Tazewell. The punt has just gotten off, and Anderson signals fair catch. No, he takes it on the run at the 10. He's up near the 15, and Matt Claybaugh, Kevin Gibson, and looks like maybe number 85 for Gate City. Matt Rowe all there to make the tackle, and the Bulldogs will have it deep in their own territory. 1st and 10 with 11:14 left before halftime. Tazewell on top of Gate City, 6-0.
You know, PJ, that's 2 turnovers, and the Blue Devils hadn't been able to take advantage yet. So it's hard to keep getting those turnovers and not being able to put something on the board as a result of that. So Blue Devils just got to hang in there defensively and play for more turnovers and hope we can score some points.
Blue Devils on defense. Tazewell is at its 10-yard line, and snap is under center with the T formation. He's going to give to Johnson coming around the right, and he's tackled from behind. Looks like by Brian Burke making the tackle from behind as he wrapped around the legs of number 43, Curtis Johnson. It's a gain of about 1 for Johnson.
Tazewell, to me, looks a step quicker than they were when they were down here before, PJ. I'm just impressed with how hard this Tazewell team is playing. Of course, the Blue Devils playing hard, too. And I believe the Tazewell Gate City game mid-season was one of the hardest hitting games we had all year. There was some hard hits during that game, and there has been so far this year.
There hasn't been a blowout in this series in many years, as Tazewell now with the football at their 11. Going to run a misdirection play. They give to Johnson. Again, tries the right side. Breaks around the end. 20, 25, 30. On his feet, 35, 40. Foot race down the sideline. 40, 35, 30, 25. He's out of bounds. No tackle down at the 11-yard line of Gate City. Curtis Johnson rumbling down the sidelines. He got good blocking, and he's down to the Gate City 11-yard line.
The Blue Devils that time saw something that really tricked them, PJ. The whole defense shifted to Tazewell's left side offensively, and the play came back to the right side. They had us outnumbered considerably on the right side, and all Martin had to do was keep his feet up and not fall, and he was long gone.
74-yard run for Curtis Johnson. And timeout called by Gate City. And head coach or assistant coach Bill Housewright trots out on the field to try to put some life back into his beleaguered defense. They've given up a 75-yard touchdown catch and run to Con Patterson. That time, number 43, Curtis Johnson rumbles down the sideline, and he puts the ball at the Gate City 14-yard line, gain of 74 yards.
Yeah, Curtis Johnson, I said Martin, but it was Johnson. He does look pretty good at running back. I think he and Martin both are good-looking running backs, along with Patterson. They have some quality backs in their backfield. PJ, this young quarterback may never have to do anything but hand off to those three backs.
Well, the Blue Devils trail 6-0. The clock is showing right at 10 minutes left in the first half. Gate City and Tazewell meeting twice last year, 14-6. Gate City won the first time, and in the second encounter was 14-8 with Tazewell at the 1-yard line of Gate City when the clock expired. Looks like it's going to be another classic matchup here. The Bulldogs driving on Gate City. They're at the Blue Devil 14-yard line. Let's see if we can hold them out right here. Big stand. The backs are in the eye. Wide outs to the left and to the right, and snap. He is under the center, number 75, Danny Sparks, 270 pounds. The strong side is to the left. They spread the Gate City defense out. Here's the give to the fullback up the middle for a gain of about 2 yards. It was number 25, James Martin, his first carry of the night. And Martin pushes the football about 4, maybe 5 yards ahead as they found a little hole in the Gate City defense.
It looks like Beasley, Burke, and Johnson, all three on the tackle that time, but that's just a little dive play that picked up almost 5 yards.
2nd and 6, Tazewell. Backs are in the eye. Wide outs to the left and to the right. Snap again. Give to Martin up the middle, and Gate City reads it much better this time. Lindsey Fisher, and also, let's see who else. Chad Beasley in there. Matt Johnson in there as well as the Devils. Read it perfectly, and they hold Martin to a slim gain.
I thought Johnson did a good job that time of reading it. He stepped through the hole and made the first contact with the player, and then the rest of the Blue Devils came along to assist.
It's a gain of 1, 3rd and 5 at the Gate City 9-yard line. 9:01 and counting down. I formation for Tazewell. They run the option to the far side. Snap pitches to Patterson, and he's hit and knocked down, but he breaks another tackle. He struggles near the first down marker. He may be short. He broke an initial tackle and then surged forward near the first down marker, and he winds up about a yard short. Gain of 4 for Patterson. He needed 5.
I believe Joel Stacy may have been the man that kept stringing that thing out and made the final hit on Patterson. Patterson almost broke it for a touchdown, PJ. Broke out. He bounced off 2 or 3 tacklers and picked up 2 or 3 extra yards and got close, like you said, to a first down.
Head coach Dave Litz of Tazewell has called timeout, and he's out on the field talking to the Bulldogs. Bill Housewright comes back out to tutor his defense as they have a big 4th and 2 situation coming up. 4th and about 1.5 yards. If Tazewell gets the first down without getting the touchdown, they'll have 1st and goal to go. It's 8 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Bulldogs on top of Gate City 6-0.
Tazewell may just go with straight-out dive plays here. They have, like we said, a weight advantage in their offensive line. They have a center that weighs 270 pounds, and they may just hand it to that fullback right across that big center and hope he can get a crack big enough to pick up the first down.
Tazewell averaged 16 points a game during the regular season. Gate City gave up only 10 on the average. And here it is, 4th and 2. Tazewell on the far side of the field. Snap looks over the offense. He's going to call the signals with a power I formation. Quick pitch is to Patterson coming this side. He's in trouble. He's hit, breaks a tackle, but he did get the first down. I think he did. He kept moving. Gate City hit him in the backfield, but we could not wrap him up, and he's got a first down by a good 2 yards. It's 1st and goal, Tazewell at the Gate City 1-yard line.
Larry Jackson was a man that was holding on for dear life, but Patterson's a big, strong running back and spins real well when he's hit, and was able to pick up the first down.
From the 1.5-yard line, Tazewell leading 6-0. 8:12 left before halftime, and it's a T formation behind the quarterback snap. Gate City lines him across the front. Here's the give to Martin. Charges forward. Is he in? He is stopped right at the goal line. He didn't get in. He's right at the 1-foot line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from oh so close.
It's going to be hard for the Blue Devils to keep them out here. We've talked about it all game long. They just seem to have a little bit quicker step than the Blue Devils have here, and their power running is going to be hard to stop.
They break the huddle, and Tazewell's got a T formation. Patterson is a halfback, and Snap is the quarterback. He's again gives to Martin, dives over. Did he make it? No signal. Gate City held him out. He tried to dive over the top of the center, number 75, Danny Sparks, and the Gate City interior line got enough of a surge to knock Martin backwards, so he is stopped short. 3rd and goal from the 1-foot line.
Yeah, Beasley was the man that hit him high, and Larry Jackson hit him low and prevented him from getting into the end zone.
It's 3rd and goal now, 7 minutes and counting down here in the 2nd quarter, and Tazewell leads 6-0, and Snap is under the center. They play power football. He's going to give to the halfback, and did Johnson get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Tazewell. Johnson kept those big, powerful legs moving, and the 5'8", 170-pound senior scores the 2nd touchdown of the game for the Bulldogs, and Tazewell leads 12-0.
Tazewell, I'm impressed with the way they move the football. They've had a couple of long runs against us, and we've been pretty lucky all year by not giving up long runs, except the 3 pretty good tailbacks that we faced during the year. But Tazewell's mixing up their offense and using all 3 of their backs to move the football.
Tazewell is going for 2. They got back set side by side to the left of the quarterback, who fakes the handoff. He's running the option, now pulls up. Is he going to pass? He's hit in the backfield, breaks 1 tackle, eluding Larry Jackson, but Jackson catches up with him, and the rest of the Devils do the same. So Snap is hit out of bounds, and he does not convert the 2-point attempt. It's 12-0 in favor of Tazewell over the homestanding Gate City Blue Devils, with 6 minutes and 49 seconds left before halftime here in the 1st round of the Region 4 playoffs.
Looks like Joey McBride and Joel Stacy were the 2 men that finally brought him down on the far sideline.
Recapping the scoring in the 1st quarter, Tazewell got on the board with a 75-yard screen pass, catch and run by Con Patterson. The PAT kick may have been blocked by Gate City. It was 6-0, and then moments ago, on a 3rd and goal from the 1-foot line, Curtis Johnson, who has 85 yards on the ground so far, plunged across, and the Bulldogs did not get the 2-point conversion. It's 12-0 in favor of Tazewell, and Gate City, with its back against the wall, will receive the kickoff, heading from right to left.
Blue Devils have enough time here, PJ, if they can get a pretty good run back on the kickoff to put something on the board.
It's on the ground, bounces to the Gate City 40, gets by a man at the 30, and is down at the 27. It got by the initial upback, number 42, Lindsey Fisher, and Fisher could do nothing more but to chase it down and dive on the ball at the 27 of Gate City. And that's where the Blue Devils will commence this offensive series. 1st and 10, down 12-0 with 6:47 left on the clock.
Blue Devils going to have to try a little something different, I believe, to be able to run the football. May have to hit a few passes to open up the running game, but kind of deep in your own territory and down 12, it's kind of hard to throw the football now.
And Shoemaker's under center. We've got double tight ends in a T formation with a wing back out to the right side. Here's the give up the middle, and the fullback is stuffed cold after a gain of about a yard. Kevin Gibson, following the lead block of Chad Beasley, picks up about a yard, and it's 2nd and 9.
Graham McPherson again on the tackle, along with Kevin Mays that time, I believe. McPherson's a young man that didn't play the last time the Blue Devils played defensively. He played offensively, but he's at linebacker tonight. He's been in on quite a few tackles.
Tazewell with 3 down linemen, ends on either side, and it's a T formation for Gate City as it's spread out a little bit. We're going to give on a misdirection play again. Matt Clayball takes the handoff. He's up near the 35, and he's tackled right there. The play started to the left, and Clayball came along the right, took the handoff from his brother, the other halfback, and he has about 6 yards on the ground, which leaves Gate City with a 3rd and 3 situation.
James Martin made the tackle for Tazewell from his safety position. That's a real tight misdirection play there, a real tight reverse, PJ. You don't see a reverse run where the handoff is that close to each other.
Shoemaker under center, 3rd and 3 for Gate City. With the back side by side, quick pass out to this side, caught by Clayball. Matt Clayball at the 45, 50, 45, 40, and knocked out of bounds at the 37 of Tazewell. Clayball got by the initial tackler, number 10, Jason Snap, and he's all the way down to the 36-yard line of Tazewell, and that might be the big passing play Gate City needs to get back going.
Well, Gate City's been pretty lucky. They've hit the little quick out passes in the flat, and no more time than Shoemaker's had all night. They may have to go with a short passing game, PJ, as much as possible to keep the ground game going.
Gain of 28 yards. Shoemaker is 2 for 4 with 38 through the air. 1st and 10, Gate City. With a wing back to the left, Shoemaker again. They run the misdirection, but there's a fumble between the Clayballs, and it's finally Hank who falls on the football at the 44. Again, the running play started to the left with Hank having the handoff, and he was going to give to his brother Matt. There was some miscommunication, and it's a loss of about 7 yards for Gate City.
Well, that's that's kind of what I observed a while ago. Those two halfbacks are so close together. The first man break just has a split second to get the handoff, and then he's got to turn right around and hand it back off to the other halfback coming in the other direction. That's been awful easy to fumble that play quite often.
4:33 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. Gate City on the Tazewell 44, 2nd and 17. McClelland is a wide out to the near side. Shoemaker under pressure. They set up the screen pass. Gibson at the 50. Pressure, looks to the end zone, fires man open, but it's behind him. Incomplete. Line, moving from right to left. Shoemaker with a T formation, calls the play, falls down, gives to Gibson across the 20 at the 18, and he's hit and knocked backwards. A gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards for the senior fullback.
Looks like Danny Sparks, J.R. Van Dyke, and James Martin that time on the tackle for Tazewell.
It'll be 2nd and 5 for Gate City. That for Gibson was his 6th carry of the game, and he has 9 yards on the ground. 2nd and 5, Blue Devils at the Bulldog 18-yard line. T formation. Strong side is to the left. Shoemaker goes right, fakes the handoff, back the pass, scrambles, in trouble, looking, finally throws it away. It's tipped up in the air, incomplete. Good pressure put on by Tazewell as they flush Shoemaker out of the pocket. He had to roll to the right side, and just as he delivered the football, it was tipped out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, I believe the man that may have tipped it that time